video, we are going to learn how to solve using TOA. So we have this triangle right here, and we're missing two sides, we're missing an angle. We could find the missing angle because all the angles in a triangle add up to 180, but we can't really use Pythagorean theorem because we only have one side length and the other two are not the same length. And we can't use 45, 45, 90, or 30, 60, 90 because it's not one of those triangles. The angle's 21 degrees, so that won't work either. So what we use is TOA. All right, so let's go ahead and learn how to use it. The first thing we do is choose a reference angle, or sometimes you just end up being given one. So in this case, for our very first one, 21 is our very obviously given angle, and we will never use the right angle as a reference angle. It must always be one of the non-right angles. So I'm going to choose 21. Just like before, I'm going to label my opposite, my hypotenuse, and my adjacent sides on the triangle. Now, I am going to solve for x first, so I'm going to go ahead and just box that so I know that's where my focus is. But I can't use the adjacent side because it's a variable. I don't know what that number is. I can use this angle, and I can use the hypotenuse side. So I have circled O and H, and I know that O and H are from sine. I know that sine of theta equals the opposite over the hypotenuse. Well, theta is the angle, it's the reference angle, so really sine of 21 degrees is going to be the x value, or the opposite side, which is x, divided by the hypotenuse, which in this case is 27. This is like a normal equation that we just need to solve for x. And right now, 27 is bothering x. It is dividing x, and I need to get rid of 27. So I'm going to multiply by 27 on both sides. Now this is where you need your calculator, and you would type this in, 27 times sine of 21, because that is what x equals, is 27 times sine of 21. Now you do need to make sure that your calculator is in degree mode, since we have degrees and we haven't quite learned about the other angle yet, so degrees for now. You'll type in 27 times sine. Sine has its own button, and then you'll put in 21. I got 9 point, it says round to the nearest tenth, so we'll do 9.7. And that's the missing side length. That's what x equals. Now I'm running out of a little bit of space here, but I'm going to go ahead and find y as well. So I'm going to circle y, looking for the adjacent side. Once again, I'm going to use the hypotenuse here. It's not very reliable to use sides that you have found. Don't use the 9.7. Use the sides that you have been given. You know for sure they are not wrong. So I'm going to use the angle plus the adjacent and the hypotenuse side, which leaves us with cosine. I know that cosine of theta equals a over h, or cosine of my angle, which is 21, will give me the ratio of y over 27. So once again, I just need to multiply by 27 to get rid of it, get y by itself, multiply by 27, and now I need to type in my calculator, 27 times cosine of 21. Okay, 27 times cosine of 21. And I got 25.2. And that is how you find missing sides. Now there's one more case that I'd like to bring to your attention before we finish this video. And so let's go ahead and do number 2. I usually solve for x first. I know that 75 is my reference angle, so O, H, and A. I've labeled my sides, and now it's time to solve for x. So I'm going to solve for x. I'm using my reference angle of 75, and I have to use the opposite side because the hypotenuse is not helpful here. That means with O and A, I'll be using tangent, TOA. So tangent of my angle, which is 75, is equal to the opposite over the adjacent side, or 11 over x. Now before, we could just multiply the number away because y, or the variable, was in the top. This case, the variable's in the bottom, and that is not helpful for us. So what we need to do is we need to multiply by x on both sides. That will cancel out the x on the right side and make it show up on the left side. So I now have x times tangent of 75 equals 11. I'm still trying to solve for x, I just couldn't do it when it was in the bottom of a fraction. So in order to get x by itself over here, we just need to divide tangent of 75 away. Tangent of 75, divide by tangent of 75 on both sides. And now x equals 11 divided by tangent of 75. I can type that in my calculator, and I'm going to. 11 divided by tangent of 75. We get 2.9, I guess it rounds to 2.9. So there you have it. That is how you solve for missing sides. Go ahead and solve for the rest. Thank you very much.